Welcome to the Honest Trailer Commentary for The Minions Jurassic World. It's Minions 2 day, folks.
Les Mignons.
Two of the three of us forgot to dress up. However, Danielle is celebrating in true gentle lady minion style.
It's true. I look like I'm about to pledge for like a sorority on a black campus.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I totally forgot that we had.
Yeah,
said that
I also
last time.
forgot.
I meant to
we
send
told-
out the email.
Yeah, you have
Blanked
to
on it
remind us.
purely.
I totally forgot.
I had a suit at home, picked out, ready to go. Just did not think of it at all.
Regardless, we are three adults talking about the second Minions movie. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
We'll be watching the Honest Trailer together. We will show you some outtakes, answer your comments and questions in the chat, and then tease you with next week's Honest Trailer, a more grown, mature film for grown, mature audiences.
Thank
For
you.
the discerning.
Yeah.
Discerning.
I'm an adult.
Words don't matter. Neither did the Minions, and yet here we are.
Mama, chaise lounge, discerning. Oh, Kevin. That's my movie.
What? I got nothing. I got nothing to
I
say
don't
about
have
this movie.
anything.
It's like it's a dumb, funny, stupid movie
Yeah.
about them hitting each other and falling.
A lot of farts. A lot of farts.
They
Yeah.
fart a lot.
I mean, I feel like sometimes we watch stuff and I'm like, I don't get the appeal. Like, this is not for me, but I don't get it. It's for somebody else and I don't understand. This one, it's not for me, but I get it. Kids like, getting knocked around, falling down. It's very slapsticky. It's broad Looney Tunes level cartoon comedy and like, all right, sure.
Yeah.
There's room for that. Why not?
They certainly overstay their welcome. I think that the Minions were a nice spice to add to Despicable Me, and then over time they have just really been like there's a reason Adult Swim shows are like 12 minutes long. Like there's just like only so much you can take of a certain kind of humor before it gets
Yeah, no,
grating.
they definitely became like the Urkel, where it's like
There's no Oops All Urkel. Well, I guess Family Matters did come.
Yeah, the
it
final
did. It
two
really
seasons
did.
of Family Matters is basically Oops All.
Do you see that crossover where with him and Step by Step, where he like builds a jetpack
Yeah,
and then just
sure.
just
Oh, yeah.
crashes into their backyard? He's like,
yeah.
Urkel's here, baby. It's Urkel time.
Family Matters originally was a spin-off of Perfect Strangers
Yes.
as well. So there's a lot of TGIF.
That might
sort
be an
of-
interesting
Incesty,
connected
yeah.
universe to
The
to pick
TGIF
apart.
verse, yeah. There's a
They
lot
were
of
all-
interconnected.
He also he visited Full House once, and he
think he
made
did, yeah.
because I think DJ was sad, and he had to be like, hey, some people think I'm weird, but I'm cool, right? And
Yeah.
she's like, yeah, Urkel, you're cool, or something.
I want to say just the 10 of us maybe got in on this too, but I can't be 100%
Urkel's the key to
positive.
all of this.
I feel like that all the TGIF shows,
Yes.
there was a little bit of back and forth there.
And this is how much we care about me.
Yeah, the Minions. What else is there to
Listen,
talk about? The gentle Minions. That's a weird trend.
I was gonna say, I feel like the first Minion, because I went back and watched. I had not seen the first Minions. When we wrote this, I went back and watched the first one as well. That one, it definitely feels like, wow, this is a lot of just Minions.
Mm-hmm.
This Minions 2 or Minions: The Rise of Gru. I feel like they did a better job of like, oh, we got to bring some human characters into this, so it's not just wall-to-wall Minion.
Minionese.
And I felt like it was better because of it. Like that, we spend a little time with Gru and Wild Knuckles and the Vicious Six, and it's like it's nice to take a few minutes free of Minions.
Yeah, like, because I can't. Once they all start talking to each other, I'm like, my brain just becomes a sieve. Like, it all just goes.
I mean, you
I
do
can't pay attention
re-enter
to it.
the headspace of a toddler, where that's what all language sounds like.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Wait, you're random European words?
Yeah, just random. Like
so
you
this
sort of
toddler is on a
recognize-
European odyssey.
Yeah, we're not the target audience of this film, and even I, as a parent of a young child, also missed out because I feel like people aren't getting into the Minions now. This is like people's,
Right.
as evidenced by the gentle Minions trend. This is people's like finale, their goodbye, their bar mitzvahs. They grow. They've seen this final Minions movie, and now they're off.
This is not the final
Into
Minions
it.
movie. Despicable Me 4 is in production right now, so I don't know where you're getting this from.
There's a Minions generation.
The
that
Minions
that
will return, folks.
The first people who saw Despicable Me are now, they have their driver's license, they're going to college.
They grew up with the just as we had a previous
They're
generation
Andying.
that grew up with the Shreks. This generation has grown up with the Minions.
Ryan's like, me, Shrek, me.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of you out there grew up with the Shreks.
Well, let's watch a bunch of what are we, millennials, Gen whatever.
I'm Gen X,
Gen X.
but I'm old.
I'm millennial.
Yeah, the whole scope.
Let's watch some cartoon boogers.
Let's watch cartoon boogers together. Roll it.
Chair is squeaky.
From the studio that made you mute your aunt on Facebook comes one of the most insanely idiotic things that you will ever see. At no point in this rambling, incoherent film will it come even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in the theater will be dumber for having seen it. So I awarded all the points, and may God make minions of us all. Minions, the Rise of Gru. Now that
Pause.
Pixar is going to...
That's a reference to Billy Madison.
Yeah.
Another
Which-
topical.
Which
topical
itself was mocked as like the dumbest, lowest form of comedy when it came out.
yeah.
And now I feel like if you went back and watched Billy Madison, it's like,
It's fun.
It's great. It holds up perfectly.
There you go. Circle of life continues. All right, keep going.
I'm gonna go
market
get
on
some beer
depressing
in
your
a bucket.
kids. The Minions are free to continue their loony reign of terror. With returning favorites like Stuart. He's Stuart. Kevin. He's next. And the other one.
Bob.
That one has braces.
Otto.
Cute. In this wacky franchise where
Well,
all the bad
pause.
guys
All
are
right,
the
all right, Law and Mr. Minion expert. Why don't you give me 3 words to describe Kevin?
Okay, Kevin, he's the tallest. He's their leader.
I thought Bob was the tallest.
No, Bob's the shortest. Kevin's the tallest. He's
Did
the
we
leader.
get it wrong in the trailer?
Stuart, no, I corrected you. You got it wrong originally, and then I wrote an email back that was like, you've mixed up Bob and
Very stern
Kevin.
email.
Kevin's the tallest.
Very stern email.
He's their leader. He's a little arrogant. Stuart in the first Minions movie loves music, but then they totally drop that one in the second one. He's got one eye. And he's kind of like an individualist. He likes to kind of break off and like, I'm going to do things on my own.
Okay.
And then Bob is like naive and innocent, and he's the smallest one. And then Otto is the
Danielle,
big,
yeah, well,
the big
Danielle,
wide one with
what
braces.
were your thoughts on newcomer Otto?
Which one was Otto?
He's
Braces.
the big one with braces.
Oh, he's the kind of stupid one that falls in love with a rock.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're all the stupid.
it.
They're all the
They're all
stupid
the
one.
stupid one.
They're all the stupid one. But he is the one who falls in love with the rock. Yeah.
Great. All right. They're all minions, folks. What can I say? Keep playing.
There are only 4. Those are the only 4 minions we get to know. There's a whole lot of other minions that are just like, they have names, but they're just in the background.
Yeah. Continue.
heroes. And all the heroes are their adorable little slaves. Don't worry, they like it. Yay! See? It's in their nature to work unpaid for life. Unions are the real supervillain. Right, Bob?
Nice
Remember
Photoshop
the
there.
last Minions movie? Neither does this Minions movie. Because they forgot the Minions already know Gru.
And that is how the Minions found their new boss.
When you guys responded to my help wanted ad,
Forgot Gru already knows Dr. Nefario.
If you ever get famous, remember who gave you your first gadget.
Forgot that 11-year-olds tend to look different 8 years later. And, you know what? Why do I even bother? Minion like banana. Minion fly plane go boom.
So pause. Yeah. We've lost the game by even trying.
Yeah.
Even trying.
I got irrationally upset about that after having just watched the first one, being like, wait, we're retconning Minions.
But if us, such casual Minion fans, notice these glaring disparities, film ruined. But I was surprised because it's the same creative team, right? The same guy.
I don't know if it's
voices
the
and
same
writes
writers, but Pierre Coffin, the voice of the Minions, has been on board for the whole time. And I think the director is the same guy.
Yeah, that they wouldn't, because they just seem like unforced errors because they did all that stuff.
Yeah,
in
you
the
could just
first
have
movie.
watched like the first movie before you write the second.
But there's, a new dummy born every minute.
It's weird that they go to the
Literally.
trouble to specify something unfunny like a wanted ad. Like if they had a funny idea for how Gru was going to re-meet the Minions, I'd be like, okay, but they had a funny new idea.
Okay, but that was what they thought they're funny.
That
Now.
was-
Like,
yeah.
I put an ad in the paper and you responded. Like, well, I'm laughing already. Hilarious.
Go on.
Tell me more.
About the classifieds.
About like that's such a relatable thing that kids today know all about.
I just have like a real hello darkness, my old friend. Just going through my head at this point. Continue.
I really didn't hate this that much.
I know,
It was
but
fine.
like the fact that we're analyzing Minions
Yeah,
too.
That's our
is
job, baby.
Not every week.
Why we get paid the
Not
big
every.
bucks.
Yeah, that's right. All right, keep it going.
Sometimes it's more because.
Watch Gru become the houseboy of an old San Francisco leather daddy and his harem, henchmen. They're taking the fight to the Vicious Six, a diabolical gang of 70s movie tropes, led by the most neck-rolling, sassy character in animation history. And they literally had Beyonce play Nala. she's flanked by an ageless Jean-Claude Van Damme.
It's time for the next generation.
Sir, you are 60, and a nun who proves that yes, Catholicism exists in the Minionverse, and he is on the side of evil.
Pause.
Together,
I did laugh when that happened. I chuckled. When they all escape up the ropes, and then she just levitates through the power of Christ.
It's crazy that everybody from the Vicious Six is being voiced by a legitimate
insanely famous
film
person.
star,
Yeah.
and they all get one line of dialogue, if that. Like, that's Lucy Lawless as that nun.
Insanely famous.
I mean, it's a well-known person.
People know. I will stand up for Xena on
If
this
you're gonna
podcast.
cast Dolph Lundgren,
go
Danny
check if she's on
Trejo, you know, like why get names if you're gonna just have them grunt for the whole movie?
She's not on Cameo. Okay, she to me is famous at that point. If you,
She's
All right.
she's Xena. Come on.
She always.
If I can name the celebrity and you can name their character like that, they're famous.
They're famous.
All right.
But we also, I mean, like, I'm pretty sure now that I think about it, because I pointed out there's other fun kind of cameos for me, not for children. They won't care. RZA's in this.
Yeah.
And is actually great. And one of the In Vogues from In Vogue is in this.
Wait, what?
One of the
from In Vogue?
Dawn something, can't remember her last name.
right.
But yeah, she
did not know that.
plays like
She's
one of the
Otto.
bank employees.
Oh.
Yeah, she plays one of the bank employees,
Well, there
and
you
I'm
go.
pretty sure she gets more lines of dialogue than Trejo
Well, certainly
does.
Trejo gets one. I think literally
grunts.
one line.
Yep.
He's there to grunt. And then the other weird thing, I don't know if this made it in the trailer. I don't think so. Two of the Vicious Six are clearly like movie archetypes. Like the leader is like a Foxy Brown, Cleopatra Jones, blaxploitation, and then Dolph Lundgren's character is exactly Rollerball. Like that costume he's wearing is the Rollerball outfit. But then the others are just made
Puns.
up, like a lobster guy.
Jean-Claude.
John
Van Damme.
Claude.
It's just like, wait, how you couldn't come up with 6 70s movie riffs? Come on.
They were too busy riffing on Airplane.
There's so many famous 70s movies and tropes and stuff you could play with.
Yeah, that's the thing is the selective. Well, it comes up later, but the fact that this is the second Minions film that's really made its bones in the late 60s, 70s
Yes.
Right.
era, which is the age of children's grandparents right now.
Right,
Like
it's
older
weird.
grandparents were getting those references. It's strange. Like
Yeah, like a Frampton Comes Alive reference is old
Yes.
for parents
I only
of young
know that
kids.
because my dad was like a
Right, that's
hippie.
what I mean. Like, yeah, it's like those are my parents' references, and
yep.
like my kid, like I'm the age of a college-aged kid parent.
All right, keep going.
Now that I've
Steal
depressed
the
myself.
ancient artifact that grants you the power to steal the ending from Kung Fu Panda. But let's be honest, this is a better Sinister Six movie than whatever Sony is cooking up. If you want to watch Steve Carell with a big nose and a funny voice abuse some underlings, check out Foxcatcher.
You ungrateful ape.
But if you want to take an edible and zone out for 90 minutes, then it's Groot time, baby, because this one is full of slapstick comedy, fart jokes, and silly nonsense gibberish like Spanish
Historia. ¿Por qué? No problema. Ah, sí, repito.
that's still weighed down by a constant stream of boomer references too old for even today's parents.
Dynamite! Frampton Comes Alive. Nice choice.
Easy there, Don Rickles.
Who's Don Rickles?
Kids these days don't know about Don Rickles. He's the guy from Toy Story.
Ages 3 and up. I'm not supposed to be babysitting Princess Drool.
So drop your expectations lower than this little dude's pants and try to just kind of go limp mentally. For a cartoon that's not exactly breaking new ground, but it's guaranteed to entertain little kids, adults studying for their GED, and Gen Zers coping with the imminent end of their childhoods. Welcome to the real world, kids, where everyone is somebody's minion.
So pause. Danielle, you're dressed up for this.
I did.
Can you unpack the Gentle Minions meme for us?
I don't know where that came from. I'll be honest, and I'm too internet.
Okay.
Like, this is a meme
Ryan?
that's so internet that it's like too internet for me. Ryan?
He doesn't know.
He
either.
doesn't know.
Okay.
Ryan doesn't know?
Yeah.
Well,
Once you
damn.
get into like high school trends, it's always like this, more like nobody over the age of 22 should understand where it came from.
Yeah, no, like
we're
we
not
should-
supposed to know.
Yeah,
where
no,
this
no, no.
came
If I
from.
could explain like exactly what 17-year-old made this happen,
yeah, there'd
you
be
should
like
call the
red
cops.
flag.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, and just broadly, it's funny. It's
Yes.
funny to put on a
really
suit and go see the Minions 2. And then, too, like, you can post about it, which seems to be the other requirement.
Right. No, definitely it was a big, like, oh, this will be a funny
This
thing
is
to
something I
post
can
about.
post about.
I will say I appreciate a lot of, like, teen trends or, like, it part of it is annoying people or making a spectacle out of yourself. And I liked that this one was, they're dressing up, but they're being very respectful. You know, like it wasn't about disrupting the Minion screening. It was about like sitting quietly and enjoying the Minion film. I appreciated
Really
that. Like you feel
taking
like
it in.
even if you were there when this was going on, it wouldn't have like ruined your experience of watching Minions Rise.
Which is weird because it did irritate some people, and I'm like, guys, like 4 years ago, these kids were eating detergent.
Yeah, this
like,
is the nicest
this is,
possible
like, not
TikTok
bad.
trend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not mad at it.
Yeah.
I think it is like a, whether it's conscious or not, it's like a end of the childhood rite of passage.
Right.
Like 5 years ago, I was in middle school, and before that, I was even watching Minions when I was a little kid. And now, like, look how far we've come, and I'm a grown man now, Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to then like sit patiently and watch Minions 2, and then when I emerge, I will be a man.
When I grew up, I
yeah.
put away Minion things.
I'm hearing that Vitamin C like song you always hear at graduation like,
Yeah.
playing in the back of my brain.
Hope you had the time of your life.
Yes.
Don't get my
Like you can't always get what you want. That's gonna be with me forever.
I do have to say that beginning of them doing the Bond theme in the,
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
okay, that's
That was
kind of
pretty
cute.
funny. Yeah.
Because it reminds me, there's something that's going around right now because a bunch of people have just recognized that the Black Eyed Peas song "Let's Get It Started" used to have a different name.
Oh.
I will not say.
Let's
There's
get the
a-
R word that we don't say anymore used to
Yes.
be that.
Oh, she put some stank on that word.
Put some
Yeah.
stank on that word. Alicia Keys
The
must have
little
been mad.
ad libs at the end.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh.
she really hit it. But so there is a version of that song that is also in Simlish, and so that's what that reminded me of.
That might be the most early 2000s or whatever year that came
Yes.
out.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was from the Simlish spin-off, The Herbs,
Okay. Wow.
Urban Sins,
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah.
which is why they used the Black Eyed
Of course, it's the Black Eyed Peas.
That's the face.
Go to any inner city in America, they're bumping the Black Eyed Peas. Yeah, they love Fergie.
Okay.
Number one urban
Continue
artist.
playing the trailer.
I'm so happy I was on that journey.
I'm Gru. Simpsons tumors. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Cleopatra clones. Yo Mama jokes. Bad Boy Records. John Claude Van Damme? Okay, that's a good one. Xena, Warrior Prioress.
I must skate you.
Machete grunts in a booth for an hour. And Young Sheldon.
Troubling. Very troubling.
Gruasic World Dominions.
Stupid.
It's not winning any Oscars, but this is easily the second best Michelle Yeoh and a googly-eyed rock movie of 2022.
It's just one of those strange coincidences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Really
no
weird.
way they could have
It's like the
planned
gum
that
thing.
out.
Yeah, it's like the
Yeah.
gum thing, where it's like, why is that suddenly like all of these action movies revolve around gum?
A guy charismatically chewing gum.
Yeah.
Thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe, hit the bell, and catch other things on other places, like the Honest theme song on Screen Junkies. That still exists.
For Jurassic World Dominion, not for the Minions.
No. Check out the Herbs Simlish cover. Let's get it started.
Yeah.
And do they? Never mind.
I know what
I'm
you're
just
gonna
go
ask.
listen to
I
it.
feel like we all know what
We
you're
all know
gonna
what
ask.
you're gonna ask.
Yeah.
And then check out twitch.tv/fandom, where we will do watch-alongs. I think we might do one next week for the Lord of the Rings
Oh,
premiere.
September 2nd, the Rings
Right?
of Power, the first two Rings of Power. Go.
Yeah. But I don't know. We're gonna need some experts because I don't know. Do you guys know anything about Lord of the Rings? No.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't read the Silmarillion or a lot of the extended universe
Yeah.
stuff, but I have read The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. And
Well,
seen
we'll
those
need at
movies
least
a bunch.
one person who knows what they're talking about. So you might have
I
be
might
that
inherit
person.
that mantle.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at me.
And now
I bet we could find somebody.
let's check out some outtakes. What did we cut from this Mona Lisa?
Starring Gru Kid on the Block, Little, Yellow, Different, Sponge Blobs, Tomb Elder, Wheezy Rider, Hustle and Foe, Universal Lobster. Ain't none to chuck wit.
He glides, he glides.
Scott's Tots.
I would say best episode of The Office, I think. Scott's Tots.
Oh, so good.
Oh,
I
it's
think that's my
painful.
my number
hurts.
one.
Yeah, I love it.
It's a beautiful thing. We have some really good questions, so let's get into this. First up, we were discussing this, but we couldn't find the video. Evan J. Pretzer says, this movie got a Fight Club-style censored ending in China.
Yeah. Wild Knuckles gets away at the end of the movie, but in China they were like, no, he goes to jail for 20
He goes to jail, he served a sentence, and he was released and raised a family with 3 beautiful daughters. I think is the full description of what
Very
happened.
old, so...
So we couldn't find,
His boys still swim.
if you can link us something on like Weibo or whatever. I was going to put it in this video, but we couldn't find it. And the Fight Club one he's referring to is also like Tyler Durden was apprehended for his crimes. They put that on the Chinese
Can't
version
get away
of
with
Fight
that
Club.
stuff.
Can't get away with that
Bringing
stuff.
down the financial system. Come on.
Yeah. His question is, what movie would you give a similar treatment to in the U.S. if you could?
Like it doesn't actually end this way.
Yeah, like just a Poochie died on their way back to their home planet style.
Oh, I see.
ending.
It would be great to just put like on the Gray Man, like, and then he disappeared and never did another spy mission again. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Don't worry. Ryan Gosling, permanent retirement, not interested in being a Gray Man anymore.
And
Shut the whole program down.
And that child's heart is fine.
Yes.
Yeah, fine. Right, great. Wrap it all
It
up.
really
Wrap
works
this
with
up.
any like crime movie.
And not another red notice was ever sent again.
Right. With the like Ocean's 11 when they're all walking away from the fountain and then just text scrolls up. Like they all were arrested after this.
Yeah.
Especially the acrobatic guy that went back to China and was punished for his crimes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Other questions include Jim 1 asks, completely off topic, but are there plans for a House of Dragon review? The first episode was surprisingly good, and would love to see if Spencer's back on board or not. Good question. Great question. Look, I was holding out hope that this would be terrible so that I wouldn't have to talk about it. Because when something's good and popular, that means more work. So we will do something. We're going to probably get the old gang back together, not next week, but like probably a mid-season check-in. And also, it could still totally fumble the bag in episodes 2 and up. But man, I thought the first episode was great. I hate that that's the case.
It kind of feels like it lacks a little bit of the complexity. Like the pilot and the first few episodes of Game of Thrones, they're setting up so much. You learn so many characters, so many houses, so many conflicts. And this one, I feel like it's really just this one. But having said that, I liked what I saw. I want to see more.
I mean, on name complexity alone, like 10 people are all named Viserys, and you have to tell all the similar Targaryen-looking people apart.
Right.
Which is tough.
Well,
it's tough.
It's because they're all related, which I can't scrub from my brain.
Yeah, their family tree is a flat circle.
It really is a flat circle. And y'all, you've
you
already...
might be a Targaryen. If your family tree does not fork.
And yes, everybody, I've gotten all of your very kind, appreciative tweets. Yes,
the wig work.
They were bad.
Yeah. If when you're bored and the gods flip a coin for madness, you might be a Targaryen.
You might be a Targaryen. Jeff of House Foxworthy. That's a good. I'm gonna hang on to that bit. That's a tournament.
If your grandpa's as old as the Doom of Valyria, you might be a Targaryen. Any more? Well, this is a little preview of what we're gonna do on our
I'm gonna
House
prep
of the
some
Dragon
of these.
recap show.
Can I just submit Chasing the Dragon as a
Chasing the
potential
Dragon.
title?
Yeah.
I like it.
I mean, Watching Thrones has some like history behind it, but I'm fine to do Chasing the Dragon. That's good.
I mean, we're still watching Thrones, so either is viable.
Can the theme song be Steely Dan's "Time Out of Mind"?
I mean, that's what I was imagining. Of course.
Of course.
Shouldn't it be like a Unleash the Dragon?
Unleash the Dragon?
Either way.
From what's his name? The thong song guy.
Cisco. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unleash
it
the
could be
Dragon.
that. It could totally be that.
Sure. Can we get Cisco to co-host? I think that's the next question.
Yeah.
And can we have him do it? Can we have him do it in Minionese?
Is Cisco on Cameo? Because
Can Cisco speak Minion?
We could do cameos of his reaction to House of the Dragon.
Yeah, every week
because
we
they'll
should.
say whatever you ask.
He'll review it for us if we ask him to.
There was one other dragon thing. It's from Miami Connection. I think their band was called.
Oh yeah, they're yes. You're right. The band from the Miami Connection.
Dragon Sound. Dragon Sound.
Yeah.
That's kind of a bad.
We got a lot of options.
I mean, look, they're a Taekwondo band, so you got to have a dragon name, right? If you're both a Taekwondo group and a band.
Let's see. So let's talk about Hitler. James Bunt says the minions conveniently were in a cave during World War II rather than working for the guy we all assume they'd be working for. If you're in a cave and frozen during World War II, you might be a minion. Who do you think they would work for today? Interesting question, but we made that observation in the Minions 1 Honest trailer, and I think somebody rightfully pointed out in the comments that we would have wanted the Minions working for Hitler because they're always sending their schemes awry.
Right.
And he'd be like, Minions!
Yeah. I think it's obviously Elon Musk, and I think that the Minions are working for him, and that's why.
Because that's why his car's keeping
like. There's always like, this truck's window will never break, and then it shatters on stage.
Bob!
Like these Teslas would never hit a child in the road, and that's Otto. That was Otto.
Yeah. I mean, Bezos might be 3 minions standing on each other's head. And pick your tech CEO.
Yeah, I think I mean, like Trump is the other obvious answer, but no, I think it's a tech CEO.
Yeah. Let's see. I think that's pretty much it. That's all I want to talk. Oh, yeah, and people are asking us to weigh in on Pericles Dragon Balls, and I'll get to it later. Oh, Luis Valenzuela are asking us about the HBO Max purge, impurging the growing cutting and consolidation of everything that they're doing. It sucks for a whole bunch of reasons. That's my take.
I mean, there's some good and bad news about this stuff because a lot of it is because of tax stuff. Basically, Warner Brothers Discovery gets to consider itself a new company for this one tax year. So they can take a lot of their assets and say, we don't want these assets or need them anymore and write them off. And what that means is they get to write them off on their taxes, but then they can never make money on them ever again. So the good news is they can't do this after this year. This is like a one-time thing. It's not like HBO every year is going to be like, cut these 50 shows to save us money. They can't do it after this because Warner Brothers Discovery isn't a new company anymore. The bad news is the stuff that we're losing that they're cutting right now, basically legally they can't ever sell again or make money on. So like Infinity Train is just gone. And until another company acquires it as an asset, basically.
Yeah.
Which is a real shame. And you really feel for the creators of a lot of these great shows that, their work just sort of disappears into this void for potentially years or forever.
My only hope is that this is something that is written into whenever the guild agreements are up of Writers Guild, Directors Guild, Producers Guild, etc., that there are safeguards against this happening again. Because
Batgirl's gone. Like they said that they as soon as they got word that it was not going to go ahead, they went to go see what they could salvage off the servers, and it was just all gone.
Wow.
So, I mean, there may be a copy that exists somewhere. I saw a lot of people say, they deleted it off their computer system. But, we don't know that.
No, they're probably in a vault,
for legal reasons,
this
they
isn't
have...
Space Jam 2. It's not all one computer.
They probably have, for legal reasons, some copies left over. But that falls under this same rule. Because
God, is this algorithms work?
Yes.
Digital Don Cheadle is doing... Well, there is a scene at the end of that movie where, they're deleting Bugs Bunny, and he's, digitally... It's that's happening. Yeah. That's what's going on. But, yeah, so But this does mean they're never legally they can't make money on Batgirl anymore. So they can't put it on HBO Max next year just to if they change their mind, which sucks.
But they still own the rights because it's not like we can make a Batgirl movie. There's no.
No, because they own DC. So
you couldn't just put it on somewhere else. It's it doesn't belong.
Oh well, it's the world we live in. That was Minions 2. Next week is let's see. Next week is something that goes its own way, doesn't follow the rules. And we love it for that, don't we? Don't we, folks?
We love a movie, don't we, folks?
We love a movie.
Folks, we love the Minions. They're little, they're very helpful.
They fly a plane. That's always fun to watch.
Have you seen this? Have you seen the Minions? They're flying a plane now.
They don't know what they're doing. They keep drink service going. That's fun.
I do not have a Donald.
I'm just doing Jiminy Glick. So
Minioning is a $12 billion a year industry.
Wait. what? You get to go high and then low. And then, what would you say you do here? All right. Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week. Bye-bye. Wait, did you say something, Ryan?
No, I was laughing.
Oh, you were laughing. Great. Hey, you love to hear it. All right. Bye-bye.